In this video, we'll walk you through the process of driver's license renewal. This step-by-step guide, however, does not apply to driver's licenses that have been expired for more than 10 years. This is because the LTO no longer recognizes such licenses as valid. Instead, they must start from the beginning with a student permit. We also recommend doing this at a LTO driver's license renewal center, which specializes in this type of application, so you'll have a shorter wait and a faster transaction. The CDE certificate is a primary requirement for the driver's license renewal, so you can't proceed to the LTO to renew your license unless you have already obtained this certificate. All applicants for a driver's license renewal will be required to take and pass a comprehensive driver's education course. The purpose of this refresher course is to reintroduce drivers to basic traffic rules and regulations, as well as road safety, as outlined in Republic Act No. 10930. Only medical certificates from an LTO accredited clinic or physician should be accepted. You can get a medical certificate a few days before your application date to save time and avoid long lines. The medical certificate costs between 400 pesos and 600 pesos and is valid for 2 months as of this time. The medical exam will just test your vision, blood pressure, and overall medical health. Thus no urine or stool samples are required. Applicants will be given a printed copy of their certificate to provide on the day of their application for verification purposes, even though the clinic is responsible for transmitting the certificate to the LTO. This is also known as the Application for Driver's License (ADL) form. You can download a copy via the official LTO website. For holders of driver's licenses that have expired for over 2 years, certificates proving that you have passed the theoretical and practical driving exams. If you meet the following qualifications, you can renew your driver's license. 1. For professional driver's license holders, during the validity period of your current license, you should not have a record of 2 or more counts of reckless driving. 2. You must have completed and passed the comprehensive driver's education and validation exam, which is now required of all drivers seeking to renew their driver's licenses. The CDE certificate is a primary prerequisite for renewing your driver's license. Thus you won't be able to go to the LTO to renew your license unless you already have it. 3. You must have a valid driver's license that has been expired for at least 9 years. Those who have been out of the country for 10 years or more are no longer eligible for renewal and must reapply for a student permit. Licenses that have been expired for more than 2 years, but not more than 10 years, can still be renewed, but they must pass both the theoretical and practical driving tests. (1) Renewal of a driver's license that has been expired for 10 years or more is no longer possible. Instead, applicants must start from the beginning and apply for a student permit. 2. You must retake both the theoretical and practical exams at the LTO office if your driver's license has been expired for more than 2 years. The renewal centers located at malls are strictly for typical renewal applicants only. 3. Theoretical driving course and practical driving course, which are meant for student permit and non-pro or pro driver's license applicants, respectively, are not required for renewal applicants.
Instead, drivers requesting for renewal will be required to complete CDE and get a certificate.
Should you prefer a walk-in application, or in case the online portal is under maintenance, inaccessible, then follow the steps provided. The instructions here are only for walk-in applicants who are renewing their licenses. Obtain a comprehensive driver's education certificate. It is now mandatory to submit a CDE certificate whether you are renewing a non-professional or professional driver's license. You can watch our content on how to obtain a CDE certificate. Furthermore, you must have an LTO client ID before visiting the LTO office. The LTO client ID serves as verification that you've already signed up for the LTMS portal. If you still do not have an LTMS account, you can watch our content for more details on how to create an account. Go to the LTO office or license facility closest to you. Proceed to one of the LTO renewal offices in chosen malls that are less busy for a faster transaction. Submit all necessary requirements, usually on window 1. Your license information will be retrieved from the system by the personnel. You will be provided the license details so that you can confirm whether all of the information is still right or if any changes should be made. If no changes are required, you can move on to the next step. Proceed to the cashier and pay the appropriate fees. To get your photos, biometrics, and digital signature taken, go to the encoding section. The expired card, as well as the pro or non-pro driver's license card with the official receipt, will be released. On the release form, you will be requested to write your name and sign it.
During the duration of their licenses, all 10-year and 5-year valid driver's license holders must undergo a mandated periodic medical examination. PME must be completed at a medical clinic that is LTO accredited. If you have a valid 5-year driver's license, you must take PME within 60 days of your 3rd birthday from the day your license was issued. If you get your driver's license in 2021, you must take PME within 60 days of your 2024 birthday. Keep in mind that the PME is not the same as the routine medical exam that you must take every time you apply for a license renewal. In other words, over the course of your 5-year license validity, you will be subjected to a total of 3 medical examinations, 2 for application or renewal, 1 PME. A 10-year driver's license, on the other hand, necessitates PME within 60 days of your 4th and 7th birthday from the date of releasing of your license. If you get your driver's license in 2021, for example, you must get PME within 60 days of your birthday in 2025 and 2028. Keep in mind that the PME is not the same as the routine medical exam that you must undergo every time you renew your driver's license. This implies that over the course of the 10 years that your license is valid, you will be subjected to a total of 4 medical examinations, 2 for renewal, 2 PME. If the physician determines that the licensee's condition has altered to the point where the license must be reclassified, restricted, or modified, the LTO will amend the licensee's data. Meanwhile, if a physician concludes that the licensee is physically or mentally unable to drive, the LTO will suspend the license and physically store it until a specialist certifies that the licensee is fit to drive again. The examining physician will prepare a medical certificate containing the findings whenever he or she concludes that you are still qualified to operate a vehicle. Before electronically submitting the medical certificate to the LTO portal or Land Transportation Management System, double-check that it has the physician's and licensee's biometric finger scans.